from that. But kind of staying on Zoroastrianism, I am really curious about this one also because there's a member of the tribe of the Greyhorn Pagans, very valued member, who follows Mithras, which is said to be like kind of a derivative of Zoroastrianism and a rival religion to Christianity.
Yeah, that's it was really popular in the legions. Interestingly, it wasn't terribly popular in the Roman Empire as a whole.
It was very much a military religion. Yeah.
And it was once again a mystery religion. Unfortunately, in a way, because as you know, I enjoy history. Unfortunately, in a way, many of its teachings were lost precisely because of the problem that you described, which is the cult kept it orally, didn't write it down, and eventually died. And the
problem with
died out both in popularity and also personally. And so what we have is basically what people outside were aware of. And so broadly speaking, it was an interesting cult that was particularly appealing in the standard mystery cult ways, and in the like sacrifice of blood for restitution or atonement. That it was really interested in that idea, and particularly cow's blood or bull's blood. But most of the teachings are just lost to time.
Being such a close rival to Christianity, Todd, to your knowledge, Matt, to your knowledge, one at a time, please. I know we're all very, very passionate people. But would it have influenced Christianity in some way? Like, would it have taken? Would the Christian teachings like kind of have taken from Mithraism to as it kind of happened with Catholicism in the more modern days? Like, hey, see, this is exactly the same. So like your God's kind of my God, your prophet's kind of like my prophet.
I think I see what you're saying.
Just a question, but
yeah. So the timing and culture would be off, I think, because you have to remember the Mithras religion was in the rival Sassanid Empire before spreading to the army in Rome, in the Roman Empire. Christianity started in the Roman Empire rather than the Persian, and before the Mithraism really took off in Rome. So I don't think they probably influenced each other very much. It as just a geography and timing matter. And then as far as the writing, because you can read many early Christians, what they were writing back and forth to each other, and also what people who hated Christians wrote. You can read Pliny the Younger, for example, about how he tortured a couple of Christian women to death and what he learned from them. We have his little report about that. So you can read both what Christians and their enemies said. And during the period, they don't talk about that, right? They do talk about some other things. They even use analogies from history, or from and such. But so I don't think Mithraism had any real impact on Christianity, probably at all, just from the writing. Because I've read a lot of the early fathers. Again, trying to read as much as I can. In this case, translations of primary sources. The reverse might be true, but I don't know how we would know. Like, if Mithraism borrowed stuff from Christianity, that's possible, but we don't have any other writing, really. So I don't know how we would know.
Yeah. If you know the story, it resembles a little bit. You have the idea of like being born of a virgin, and like this idea of like dying, rebirth, and so on.
Yeah,
like there's
a
couple similar thematic.
But that's the thing. That's the thing of many religions and mystery schools. It's all death and rebirth. It's basic solar principle.
Exactly. It's again, this idea of a solar archetype.
Yeah,
Or
the harvest with the corn king idea, or the barley king,
yeah,
right?
Mhm.
yeah,
With the
exactly.
So that's a pretty common theme you're going to see just in general.